Peace, everyone. Thank you for joining me here. My name is Kademshi Golden Sun, and I love the Most High, and I like to shine the time for God so that we can see, seek, and recognize the life of God as our very life and self. So this message is going to resonate more so with the chosen. This message is going to resonate more with the Christ consciousness. So if this message does resonate, please be sure to like, drop a comment sharing your experience, and if you like the energy, then subscribe. But if you don't like the energy, please get away before I get you away, because we use everybody for firewood over here. So this message, family, is really about a question that a lot of times people get asked when they're being raised or while they're growing up, which is, what would you like to be when you grow up? Many of y'all can remember, the first responses or first answers that you had really thought like you was going to do when you got here. Like, oh man, I want to be a firefighter, or I want to be a baker, I want to be a chef, or, whatever. And I had to recognize that I was really born inside of people-pleasing frequencies. Like, I was Mr. People Pleaser. I mean, I probably could have been the professor or the principal of, People Pleaser University. I could have taught anybody how to please somebody, I mean, I would know exactly your favorite time to eat, your favorite food to eat. I'll be the one to set up and chef it up. If it was food, if whatever it was, I would please you. And so when I was asked that question growing up, I never really took it personally. I always took it culturally, or more so, honorable to family in a way, So my first thought, I don't know what your thought would be, but you can go and drop yours in the comments. But one of my first thoughts of what I wanted to be like when I was growing up was always to be like my biological dad at that time. Because number one, at that time, I did not know him. I just knew that he was my biological dad, and he was never available. So my first idea of what I would be when I grow up would be an engineer, because he was an engineer. Not because I loved engineering, or not because I felt like I was going to invent something cool, or just because of him. And so I always had that in my mouth growing up. I want to be just like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to even say that right now because it doesn't feel right. I don't even want to pretend. So I won't, because I don't. So it struck me this morning, this rising, as I got up, because I had a dream. And for everybody who wants to see the insights of the dream, I uploaded it here on YouTube, so you can go check it out. But it struck me to recognize that we are the eternal soul of God. And when we get here, we do not think about nothing beside our environment. And it's almost like my environment was so conditioned for being outside of your natural energy. It's like, no, I got to make sure mom's good. Because I was like basically parenting my parents my whole fucking life, it feels like. So it's like anything that's not going to help them feel good, I'm going to be doing the opposite. Summary. And I don't care if, I have to sacrifice my arm and legs or my head. I'm going to just be who I hope they're going to be happy with, so I can be happy around them. Something like that. And so I always used to say that I was going to be an engineer. And, that's not exactly the focus of this video. But the focus of this video is knowing your free choice. Because I personally don't take the terms free will, because I think those terms have been manipulated for those powers that were to express certain qualities upon the face of this earth, because they consider that their will is free. It's not free. Everything costs. Everything has a price. You have a cost to do the things that you feel like you want to do, and you have a cost to do the things that you feel like you're led to do. Whatever you're doing has a cost. There's nothing free about the will. You feel me? Either you're walking in God's will, the Most High, or you're walking in your own, and that has a cost, So it's more so free choice. The will is paid for already. It's insured. It got insurance on it. You know what I'm saying? The Most High will got insurance on it. The Most High will got, a payment plan, a whole bunch of type of things, Summary. So one thing I recognized was, I used to always say that that's what I wanted to be when I grew up. And even though that's not what I'm choosing, or that's not what I continued to choose, it hasn't been honored by anybody that I've made the highest choice. It hasn't been honored, seen, recognized, or congratulated, or, there's nothing. People just downplay what I'm doing because they've not done it, and they don't know nobody bold enough. So it's like, what are you doing? That's why I had this dream last night, and my mom called the police on me. It's like, this is the first time anybody in my whole life has ever called the police on me. My fucking mom. That's why she's my biological mom. And the Most High is my mom. My real mom. My mom in spirit is the Most High. My father in spirit, the Most High. Mother, father. Summary. So, I want to express this because we have the choice in free choice to choose anything. I mean, I went to cybersecurity. I did 4 years of school. I could definitely still work in digital forensics right now, you know, checking who's hacking which IP address and checking who's using which subnet and which one of the websites down, all that type of shit. I could be doing that right now and making good bucks, you feel me, big bank, you know? But the Most High is most important, and I know the will. I'm not going to close my eyes to it just to get $1. I'm not doing that. In fact, I was dying my whole life when I was driving 2 hours to get my job and 2.5 hours to get home. I was fucking dying. I had a good bank account, and I had some good audiobooks in the car. But I was dying. My soul, I was dying. And it took me to a year and a half to jump off that boat. And then the Most High sent me to Costa Rica, and I was out there by myself for 3 months. 90 days in the jungles, 90 days traveling, 90 days in Airbnbs, just moving with the spirit. And so back to the choice, right? This free choice that we have, bro, people could have chosen to be a baker at Starbucks or, you know what I'm saying, this IT person, right? But I have chosen to be the living Christ. I have chosen to be an example of the living God. I mean, everybody has a choice. Bitch, I could have chosen to be a burglar if I didn't go to school. I could have been chosen to be a mother. I could have made the free choice to be a scammer. You know what I'm saying? I could have made the free choice to manipulate. I know what people like. They're obviously telling us what they like. You could just watch them. I could scam you. I could have become that. I've never scammed nobody before. But if I had a choice and I didn't choose this, I could have chosen that. So why is it so an issue when somebody chooses a higher choice than all the limited egotistical choices that the world got them choosing? Somebody want to choose higher. I want to be an example of the Most High. I want to be an example of Christ. I'm not waiting for Christ to come. I am Christ here, and y'all can watch. And I'm not getting on no cross. I'm carrying that shit. This is my consciousness that I'm carrying. Yes, and it's also my conviction that I'm carrying. And so Christ in Scripture said, y'all gonna have to carry your own cross. Your cross is your conviction. I am the Lord in my life over me, and there is no Lord beside me because I am the one Lord. Summary. And I have to carry that because that's what I've chosen to carry. And so I don't know who needs to hear this message, but if you've chosen to walk in God, to walk by faith and not by sight, to do all that God's calling you to do, regardless of how it looks, regardless of how it seems, regardless of how it shows, you are making the highest fucking choice on this earth right now. Like, real shit. Like, you're making the highest choice. I don't give a fuck what nobody's talking about. Bitch, you could have walked away from being a fucking president to be the living Christ so that people can recognize the Most High and the life of oneness with God. I don't care what you gave up. I promise you there's nothing going to be better than what's on the other side of this journey. Now, I can't say that yet for myself, but I feel that for myself. Because at the time, I'm still in my car at this time. It's been some weeks, Lord. I'll be calling the Lord, be like, Lord, it's been some weeks. You can show your hand now. You know what I'm saying? We can move on with the plan now. It's been a couple weeks now. But anyways, saying all this to say, you know, when we make our choices in life, we have to honor our own choices. You know what I'm saying? And other people are not going to be able to honor our choices. And I know what the Most High told me, and I know what the Most High showed me, because God only speaks to me once about anything. Summary. If God has to talk to me about something a second time, it's because I did not do it the first time. Summary. And so I always use the term God, Lord, and Most High. But I'm also communicating with my divine spirit team, but I just don't disorient myself from knowing that I'm talking to the one self of me. It just works for me. I don't know. Summary. It just works for me. You can use whatever words you like. That's your business. Your holy business, in fact. So, you know, don't let nobody change your orientation of how you understand and how you perceive, because that's for you to see. Amen? Ashe. Good. So, honor your choice and recognize that nobody else can do it for you, number one. Number two, nobody else can do what the Most High created him and herself as you to do. Nobody. There's never been like you. There's never going to be like you. You're going to be here many times, but each time you're going to be the only one of you here, you know? So it's like, nah, I got to stand 10 toes. And if I got an 11 toe bitch, that one's going down too. Because it's like, I'm going to do all that God's trying to do. This not my life. I'm just wearing it. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I have provisions. That's why life takes care of me. It's almost like I've been really anchoring some of my teachings from a good brother by the name Brother Ishmael Tete. If y'all don't know Brother Ishmael, y'all want to tap in with him because, I mean, good brother. The provider of my every moment's breath is providing my every moment's need. I mean, if you anchor this into your consciousness, it's so obvious what God shows up for you. It's like, oh, I'm at the end of the bag. That's because the Lord's showing up today. Facts. And then he shows up today because that's what he's going to do anyways. We just got to get our mind outside of worry, outside of fear, outside of anxiety, and recognize this peaceful nature of this present moment and anchor into this. Because in this, we've already been provided for. How many times you had to call the air company and tell them, hey, y'all, I'm running out of breaths? It don't happen like that. The provider of your every moment breath is providing your every moment need. You have to remind yourself. And so worry don't have a place in me. Anxiety don't have a place in me. All these qualities of emotional experiences are referring to me to the one place in which I am, the present moment with God. Every one of these emotions, every one of them. Each one of them is like an invitation, a big post-it note or a big sign that say, please turn inward, please go within to the source. And so every time you feel any type of anxiety, anytime you feel any type of worry, anytime you feel any type of anything that's not in line with the joy of the Lord, the joy of the law, what are you holding in mind? What are you holding as the guiding function of your life and being? If it's not joy, then you got to turn within. Because, I mean, fear don't have no place in us. We not having that spirit. So any child of that spirit, bitch, is a reason to turn within and join back home with the spirit. You feel me? So I didn't want to run this video too long, y'all, but I do want to remind you that you have free choice. And so if you're going to use it for anything, you might as well use it to acquire everything. And so the kingdom of heaven is within you. And you might want to choose to recognize that right now. Don't even let it be soon. And so when you do recognize the peace of the kingdom within you, you're going to take a deep breath all by yourself. Find so much peace in that deep breath. Turn inward. Turn your gaze towards your spirit and allow the word that God is in you to be all that you hear. So with that being said, family, if this resonated with you in any sense of the word, please drop a word in the comments. Let us know how it resonated. Like this video. And if you like the energy, go ahead and feel free to subscribe because we're not changing the language. We're not changing the time. We're not changing nothing for nobody. So if you don't like it, just go about your way. Find a message somewhere along these cosmic streets today that blesses you and supports you along your path and way. But if you do like this energy and you want to rock with the gang, then damn sure make sure to hit that subscribe. You feel me? Because y'all know the time. We clocking on God over here. So when we check the time, we checking the time with spirit. What time is this, spirit? Oh, it's time to take a walk. Okay, bet. What time is this, spirit? Oh, it's time to ground my feet. Okay, bet. We don't check chronos like that. Chronos don't have nothing to tell us like that. Now, we can just look up in the sky and see what orientation of time it is, but we don't need chronos for that. But I do like them angel numbers, though, so keep sending those. That being said, I love you guys so much, and the Most High loves you even more. If you'd like to book a reading or consultation, you can find my email in the description. And also, if you'd like to purchase my book, The ABCs of Awakening, Supporting You and Recognizing Your God, Christ Consciousness Within You, you can purchase my book in the link in, actually, you have to just send me an email if you'd like to purchase the book. We have the book in ebook, we have the book in audiobook, and we have the physical copies too. With that being said, if you'd like to support your immune system, we have the Ocean Minerals, which contains sea moss, burdock, and bladderwrack. These supplements have been made by me. So you can order some of our supplements or hair oils. If you would be interested, we got that also. Send an email. So with that being said, I love you guys so much, and the Most High loves you too. I'll talk to you guys again very soon. Peace.